All right, welcome to the full moon in Gemini, December 4th. That's what we're going to talk about today. Sorry. We're going to talk about your astrology from Aries to Pisces forecasts with the card pulls from the Power of Eight Chakra Lenormand and talk about this full moon coming up December 4th. Now, if you're new to my channel, if you're new to me, thank you for joining me and spending time with me today. I appreciate you. I'm Trina, your intuitive guide with Chakra Vibe, helping you navigate life's energies. All right, so full moon, December 4th. So I noticed something interesting about this full moon in Gemini. It's at the 13th degree. 1 plus 3 equals 4. Because I'm a numerologist too, by the way. You know, all the things. 13th degree, 1 plus 3 equals 4. And it's on December 4th. So there is a lot of security, stability, the number of 4 going to play out here in this full moon week. Full moons are completion phase too. And so it could be something you completed back a few months ago. And things like that. There's sort of this completion phase going on too. And because this full moon is in Gemini, this means that Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, is playing a big part, and Mercury is the messenger. So we're going to expect a lot of new messages this week. And because Mercury right now is in Scorpio, the underworld, the deep, the sometimes unknowing, right, unrevealed stuff, perhaps this could be a truthers week, you know, the truthers, conspiracy theory stuff maybe, or finding out some underlying hidden information and secrets that are being revealed this week as well, both in the media and perhaps in our personal lives. But we'll dive deeper what that means for you in your forecast. So let's get started with Aries. All right, Aries rising, those with their moons in Aries. This full moon in Gemini, December 4th, is hitting your 3rd house, as we can see here. So I plugged in your chart here, and we can see here that full moon is right here in your 3rd house. Let's zoom into it. Look at that. There's that big old full moon right in Gemini in your 3rd house. Lots of communications in the 3rd house. I could see you have a lot of busy, and even just leading up to this full moon in a few days, December 4th. I'm recording this on the 2nd, so actually 2 days from now, the full moon's happening. So you're already feeling the vibe here, Aries, about busy, social media, all sorts of little trips you're doing, probably vehicle trips, maybe stuff where your vehicle Aries, lots of stuff happening there in your busy community. And lots of texting and sexting and many cool things like that. If we look across the way to the opposite of the full moon, because the full moon is really an opposition between the sun and the moon, so it's in the 9th house. You've got a lot of energy here, as we can see, in your 9th house of expanding your horizons, Aries. You know, you've probably been through some stuff, and now it's time to expand through Sagittarius vibes, and maybe some education, maybe some travel. There's a good luck there in the 9th house as well, so that looks pretty good. And I can see in the 9th house a lot of legal stuff. You know, you're doing and probably finalizing this week some legal arrangements, signing on the dotted line, perhaps. Mercury's right next door in the 8th house here. Look at this Mercury. Now, remember I said Gemini full moon is run by Mercury. So where's Mercury? Right here in your 8th house. Secrets are being revealed. But the 8th house is a lot about your other money, and spousal support, joint assets. You know what I mean? Your other money could be about your debts and your loans for the future. And also there's some thought on the occult and esoteric studies. I mean, I could see you really getting interested in astrology, Aries, for example. By the way, come see me at our new Stars and Cards Academy, right? We meet every week on Zoom, and then I have a bunch of tutorials and video trainings that you can watch whenever you feel like it. But the exciting part is when we get together every Wednesday on Zoom every week and get together and practice and look at charts and read cards and all sorts of stuff together. So you might be interested in that, Aries. Come join. We start tomorrow. Okay, so that looks cool, Aries. Yeah. some transformation there. Lots about the money and also about learning something new and sort of vibing on a new wavelength, Aries. So that looks good. I'll stop the share. And let's look at your cards. All right. We will pull from our deck the Power of Eight Chakra Lenormand and Chakra Oracle Aries. These are available on my website, www.themoontree.org, if you're interested. Okay. So let's look at the Lenormand. Lenormand is its own system, Aries. It's not tarot and it's not oracle cards. It's Lenormand. It's a French thing from a long time ago. And it's very good for predictive value and day-to-day stuff, which I love doing. Okay, here we go. Aries, I pulled 3 cards for you. You've got the Scythe. You're making decisions, cutting, and it has to do with your children, making decisions about your children, or because the child card very often means new. You're making decisions about a new life, Aries, like that 9th house horizons, and then the full moon in your 3rd house show some endings and some cutting and so you're definitely starting something new and making decisions, and it could be ending and finalizing arrangements about your child in some way, maybe joint custody or custody agreements, or making decisions about your child when it comes to movement. See, with the ship we got for you, Aries, too, you are making big decisions about movement in your life, but this could be literal movement with your vehicle. And I told you, 3rd house full moon, lots about the vehicle too. So there's just a lot of action with movement for you. This could be business and commerce. If you own your own business, making decisions about something new, maybe a new business, maybe a new career, or maybe making decisions about a new vehicle itself, right? Maybe it's time to trade your oldie in for a new one, right? Who knows? New child, lots there, but definitely the movement is the last sentence or the period of the sentence. It's the end, Aries. You're embarking on this new journey now, and you're really feeling that as well. And this can be cutting off old things so that you can make room for this new movement, right, in your life, Aries. And also the Scythe mixed with the ship card can mean just be careful a little bit with on the road. Be careful about making sure all your tire pressure and oil changes and all that on your vehicle is good, so that you don't get stuck on the road, so that you don't have accidents. Get your winter tires on, Aries. That kind of vibe as well. We want to be a little bit careful when we see the Scythe too. The Scythe can mean a little bit of, okay, decisions are being made, sure, but let's also think things through. Don't be too hasty, and let's try to find the win-win when we make these decisions, when it comes to the kids, when it comes to the new stuff in your life. Okay, Aries, so hope that helps. Come see me for a reading as well, www.themoontree.org. All right, Taurus rising, those with their moons in Taurus. So let's talk about the full moon December 4th happening in your 2nd house of money. So lots of action here we can see when we zoom into I'm just going to grab the phone here and zoom into that full moon for you, Taurus. Look at that. 2nd house of money. Okay. 2nd house of income. And so there could be some good money vibes there, and valuing yourself, feelings that feelings of being valued and things like that. Now, let's see where we could see where Mercury is, because Mercury is ruling this 2nd house of yours, Gemini. So the moon's in Gemini. Let's see where Mercury is, because Mercury rules Gemini. Okay, so Mercury is in your 7th house. So this money can be coming through 7th house. Things like your fans, your clients. It could come from your spouse. It can come from making new contracts and commitments. Maybe it's a work thing, new contracts, new business partnerships, things like that. Signing your name on a dotted line somewhere in order to receive the money. We could also look at what Mars is doing, because Mars rules Scorpio. So let's just look at what Mars is doing for you, Taurus, and see where you can find even some more money. Let's see. Mars is in Sagittarius right now, which is up here. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, okay. So the sun and Venus and this Mars is all in the eighth house. Wow, this can mean you're getting money too from it could be your husband or your wife gets into some money. It could be a joint finance thing. It could be money after divorce, separation, that kind of vibe. Government money. It could be too that you are taking out some money from your winnings, your crypto winnings, because you know that next year when the bubble pops and everything pops next year in 2026, you're getting prepared for that. So it could be, your how do you say? Taking your winnings and maybe going buy a gold or silver brick, right? Taking the money out. It could be about paying off some debt as well in the eighth house too. So money's coming from different ways there, but you're definitely thinking about your finances. Okay, Taurus. There is a feeling of needing to complete something, complete your budget, maybe you're finally done paying off that credit card now, because full moons are kind of endings, Taurus, so that looks cool. So yeah, I'm seeing lots of interesting money and finances and values for the future for you, Taurus. So it's a good time to plan for that as well. It could be too that you received money a while ago, let's say from an inheritance or from the government, or you received money and now you're finally deciding with that full moon in Gemini what to do with it. All right. Stop the share. Okay, Taurus, let's pull some cards from the Power of Eight Chakra Lenormand Power of Eight Chakra Oracle, and these are available on my website, www.themoontree.org, if you're interested. All right, Taurus, so let's pull some Lenormand. It's its own system. It's not tarot, and it's not oracle cards. Lenormand is its own system. And so let's pull some cards for Taurus here. Oops. I feel like I'm too scattered. I'm going to knock 3 times and start over again, Taurus. Sometimes we got to do that. There's been a lot of energy in the air. There's lots of messages. I feel like there's lots of Wi-Fi, and everybody's thinking right now. And I can hear, it's almost like I can hear so much noise in the air. So I got to take a deep breath and just slow down here. Have a sip of my coffee. Mom knows best. Okay, Taurus. Let's just chill. Okay. Regroup. This is for Taurus. Full moon happening in 2 days from now, December 4th, in Gemini. Lots of messages, communications, and stuff about money for you, Taurus. Phoenix rising, getting out of the debt, maybe getting out of feeling crappy with yourself and having more self-worth, issue, like dealing with any self-worth issues, for example, and realizing you are valuable and it's time to get out of debt. Maybe it's time to rise out of any depression that you've been in and soar high, right? Like the Phoenix rising out of the depths. Okay, let's see what else for you, Taurus. By the way, the Phoenix Rising, when I created this card, it's a bonus card in Lenormand. See, Lenormand only goes to 36, and this is number 38, as we have a few bonus cards in our deck. I created this card because it reminds me a lot of coming out of the 8th house in astrology. And as we saw in your chart, Taurus, there was, the moon, the full moon is opposite your 8th house in astrology. And it's in Sagittarius, so very fiery like the Phoenix, and movement oriented too. So coming out, I just wanted to put that out there. Coming out of any depression, coming out of financial disarray, coming out of a really like a not the best situation, we'll say. And look, we got the heart card. See, coming out of that and doing what you love, having fun in life, and love and doing the things you love is the big one here. So lots of heart chakra and, working on loving yourself and valuing yourself too, so that you can rise like the Phoenix that you are, Taurus. All right. So that looks good. I'll pull one more card too. I forgot to pull one for Aries. Sorry, Aries, but from the Power of Eight Chakra Oracle, they do come as a set. So might as well pull from both, right, Taurus? All right. Okay, what do we have here? The truth frees me. And yes, Mercury in Scorpio right now, all that stuff in, and that was happening in your seventh house of the relationships and the one-on-one and all sorts of pretty intimate conversations you're going to be having, um, Taurus, about the money, about the past, and about all these things we talked about. But the truth frees me, and that is light blue. So these two chakras you're focusing on, Taurus, here for the full moon. The heart one for love and receiving love and all that, and doing what we love with that heart card that we got. And this one, the see the blue eyes and the for logic, and then we've got the truth with the mouth and the yin and yang coming out of the mouth. Very light blue throat chakra as well. So study those on the Google machine there, and have a good full moon, okay, Taurus? All right, Gemini rising, those with their moons in Gemini. This is your full moon. It's a Gemini full moon, December 4th. So we look at your chart. We can zoom in on that full moon in your first house of the self. So lots of completions, endings. It is like a completion phase for you, Gemini, and you're starting something new indeed. But you have a lot of, with the first house, that's a lot about your body, like your physical self too. So you could be ending and then starting some kind of dietary physique change, anything to do with the body. It could be a new haircut, new wardrobe, anything like that as well. But the first house has a lot to do with relationships too. So I think that the way you do relationships now, Gemini, is definitely changing. You have new values when it comes to your close partnerships and things like that. But let's look at where Mercury is, right? And Mercury rules you, Gemini, and rules this Gemini full moon. So Mercury's over here in the sixth house. So lots of messages when it comes to your day-to-day life and your health. So yes, health here in Gemini is definitely a big one here in this full moon week. Health, your day-to-day, making all the systems in your life better, whether that's your route to work, your health as a system, your systems at work, all sorts of things are being, you're trying to make them more efficient, right? And right here, there's a lot of action in your seventh house, right? This is of your contracts, your commitments. There's I would say some good luck when it comes to other people, and if you own your own business, a lot of luck when it comes to your fans, your clients. You know, there's popularity here in the seventh house. It could be a time where some of you Geminis are getting married or talking about marriage, because the seventh house is quite often, you know, your husband or wife or whatever type of thing. But I would say that you are definitely Gemini signing on the dotted line, or you have already, and it is going to create this big change in your life in some way, creating better day-to-day life for you in general. You know, just having a better life and health and all sorts of things, and that's looking good for you, Gemini. Now, I wanted to see too, because Sagittarius is ruling that seventh house. So Jupiter, I want to see what's Jupiter bringing you good luck in. Oh, look, money. So a lot of these things that you're doing right now, Gemini, are creating some new streams of income. Maybe you're getting money from, some of you may be getting money from an old divorce with that seventh house, and Mars in there, which severs and signs on the dotted line quite often too. So it could be that. Some of you Geminis are in a marriage right now and want to get divorced because of this. The transits are sort of showing you like the way you do relationships is different now. And sometimes like after a while, we just grow apart or grow differently as well. And it could mean also trying to change something in your work. 'Cause the sixth house mixed with the seventh house, that's a lot about your work too. Some of you Geminis are changing the way you do the work, maybe changing your hours, maybe doing some more from home. I mean, it could be a million things, right? We'd have to look deeper in your chart, but definitely there's some changes there in order to make the life better, your health, your money, and just your day-to-day life in general. So that's looking pretty good. I do see some quite a bit of energy here in your 10th house of career, though. So I'm not surprised if a lot of you are doing career changes as well, Gemini. And in any kind of career or business changes in order to make your systems better. So that looks very good indeed. All right, let's pull some cards for you, Gemini. We will pull from our deck the Power of Eight Chakra Lenormand, and it comes as a set with the Power of Eight Chakra Oracle. They do come together, kind of a husband and wife thing, seventh house, right? But Power of Eight is available on my website, www.themoontree.org. If you're interested, okay, Gemini, let's see what's in store for you for this full moon. What kind of messages? Okay. Full moon in your first house of the self. And we've got options, right? The crossroad. So yes, there's options here. What is the best option for me? And where do I go from here? And all sorts of things like that. But let's just see what else. I got to pull another card for context. A little bit of description about the options. Oh, and look, there's options and crossroad about your loyal friend, the dog. That's funny. Actually, one of my Gemini friends owns a dog grooming business, so that's funny if you're watching. But anyways, this can be too like because we had a lot of health stuff too in your chart, Gemini. Health. This can mean a health professional, the dog, not just a loyal friend, but can mean, a health professional, lawyer, or any kind of sort of professional in some capacity, helping you with your options, future, right? This could be maybe a future boss, all sorts of things. We're kind of a professional capacity. But another thing too is that your friends, right? Your close friends, Gemini, can help you kind of see things from different perspectives when it comes to the crossroad options. I do believe this card is run by Gemini, right? The twins, the options, the two things. Let's look, 22, number 22 in the book. Let's look in the color book, Gemini, for number 22, the crossroad. This can be a difficult choice. This can be a life crisis. So in some cases, Gemini, you may be feeling a little bit like, wow, my life is a little bit in crisis now. And all these changes are happening, right? But this can also mean diversification, spreading into different avenues, and that you can get from A to Z in more than one way, right? And this can be matters in the law, and this can be new alternatives for you. Okay, Gemini, the root chakra can be good for you for stability and security, and also the third eye for seeing the future in a way, the best future for you. And if you like gemstones, black tourmaline and smoky quartz. Yeah, so this is a lot about grounding yourself so that you can listen to your intuition and feel out the right decisions, and try to go back to when you were a kid again. It was so easy to make decisions back then, right? It was like, yes, I'll do that. It feels good. Or no, I won't do that. It doesn't feel good, right? This is a Libra air element. Okay, so it's not Gemini. I thought it was Gemini, but it's actually Libra, which is also air like Gemini. But Libra is a two thing too, scale, right? The scales of Libra, weighing the options. And so crossroad options. So that's interesting, Gemini. But Uranus brings you new opportunities, Gemini. Uranus is retrograde in Taurus right now in your 12th house of the spiritual rest and thinking and meditation. I think meditation is going to bring you a lot of answers, Gemini. Just slowing down that great analytical mind of yours, which is very busy quite often, right? Let's just slow it down through some meditation. I think the answers will come a lot more easier for you when it comes to making the best decisions here, okay? I trust in myself to choose the right path. That was what the affirmation was for that. Yeah, and if you're curious about the dog, I just heard in my brain someone asking me, well, what about the dog, Trina? I want to hear about the dog too. I want to hear about the dog, loyal friend. Okay. A trusted comrade, a professional advisor, or a consultant, like we talked about. This is about faithful, loyal. Could be a soulmate coming as well, you know, a soulmate coming for you, Gemini, as well. And that can be love, you know, that can be a love thing. And Venus and love, Venus for love is here, and also Saturn for authority and loyalty is with the dog too. The 10 of Hearts, if you like cartomancy, the 10 of Hearts, right? And that can mean the 10 of Cups in Tarot. So there's a lot of goodness with this card too. I am supported and loved. I am enough. All right, Gemini, comes to me for a reading. If you like the cards and you like the stars, well, then you'll love my new thing, the Stars and Cards Academy, Gemini. We start our first round tomorrow on Zoom. We meet every Wednesday. And then also in the hub, I have trainings and videos and all sorts of things about all card reading, all astrology, all numerology, all spiritual stuff. I'm going to have it all. It's a place where I can dump my brain and share everything I know with you and meet with each other once a week to practice and to meet and greet and have fun with each other in esoteric, spiritual, intuitive atmosphere. So I hope you join me, Gemini, as well. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. All right, Cancer, Cancer rising, those with their moons in Cancer. Let's share our Cancer screen here. So we've got this full moon happening here, December 4th, Cancer, in our 12th house. Very spiritual, very intuitive. Like we couldn't be any more intuitive, Cancer? Well, guess what? You're probably already feeling it, getting those dreams lately, probably seeing ghosts a little bit out of the side of your eye. There's all sorts of stuff happening in 12th house here. This can be sort of just real highlighting the need for a rest. I mean, I do, even as myself, a Cancer rising, Cancer moon, I get tired sometimes during the day and I just need to rest and have a nap. And I give myself permission to do that right now, right? We are in the, winter, and boosting up the vitamin D and the magnesium and all these things in the 12th house as well. The 12th house can hold the Gemini flavor of communications. Maybe we're holding back on what we say sometimes right now with that moon in Gemini. Now, Mercury runs Gemini, so let's see. I know Mercury is in Scorpio, so there's hidden secrets and things like that. Where's that in our chart? Here it is. Oh, 5th house. So, okay, so Cancer for us, there could be some hidden information in the 5th house of kids. Like, let's say you have adult children that are able to have babies. Maybe your daughter or your granddaughter or your son or your son-in-law or whatever, they're pregnant but not telling anybody yet. And then in a week or two, they'll tell everybody once Mercury moves after December 12th into Sagittarius. Then you'll hear after December 12th some of these secrets that the kids have been holding back from us. That could be a thing. But it could also just mean in the 5th house, that's our hobbies, and so it could be there's just a lot of thought and a lot of deep thought about what used to bring me joy, what kind of hobbies did I like to do. Right. And there's a Mars flavor to that too, of the 6th house Sagittarius. So it could be going back, I used to like to play volleyball, for example, or what Sagittarius adventures used to float your boat and blow your hair back in the day, right? That could be coming for us, Cancer. Just really thinking about the past and about like what we used to like to do to have fun. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of passion and romance in the 5th house. I'm not surprised if us Cancerians are feeling a little extra randy in the bedroom, And also the 5th house has a lot to do with our entrepreneurial business. Like, I'm a soulpreneur, I own a business, so there's just a lot of thought and going deeper with that. Scorpio wants us to go deep and peel back the layers, maybe get a little more esoteric, spiritual, maybe a little more psychology involved in our business as well, and a lot of more deeper conversations with Mercury in there, the talking planet, right? That's the talking planet, Mercury. He's the messenger, but he's bringing Scorpio flavor, right? He's wearing the robe of Scorpio, so Mercury's wearing the robe of Scorpio. So Mercury likes to talk, but Scorpio likes to get deep. doesn't like superficial crap. So this is a lot about talking deep when it comes to romance, when it comes to our kids, and getting to the middle, and right, dealing with really close wound. I don't know how to explain. Deep. It's going deeper, right? Now, we saw the full moon in the 12th house, right? Highlighting spirituality. It could be also that full moon highlighting something maybe with the hospital. Maybe you've had to go visit someone in the hospital or in jail. That could be for some cases. That hasn't been for me. For me, as a Cancer moon and rising, I just want to say this 12th house energy has definitely been psychic, like super incredibly telepathic. And even in tomorrow for our first Stars and Cards meet up, because I just started a new thing, Cancer. You might be interested in the Stars and Cards Academy. We meet up once a week on Wednesdays, and tomorrow's our first time meeting up. And we're going to talk about finding what star seed you are through your astrology. And that has a lot to do with the 12th house, too. What's going on in your 12th house that you're born with. Anyways, you should come. It's a free trial, so you can see if you like it, Cancer. Come see it. I'll post a link to it in the comments of this video, okay? The Stars and Cards Academy. Okay, next. Okay, so the full moon is in opposition to the sun, which is in the 6th house. So we got to look what's happening in the 6th house. Okay, 6th house of health, mental health. Yeah, so there's a lot of illumination on the mental health and the stress. Lots of information, lots of activity here in the 6th house of the health. This can be about getting rid of bad habits too. If you wanted to quit smoking or drinking too much or whatever it is, this is a good time to do that right now with that full moon in the 12th house, and it's across from the 6th house of health. And working on the mental health as well. There's good luck when we clean up the systems with Venus in there. What does that mean, the systems? Well, this can mean your house, cleaning up your house. I noticed myself, I've been really tidying up the house. I love having, it just feels good. The cleaner your house is, it's almost like the cleaner your mind is. It cleans things up a bit. With that Mars and Sagittarius being a hot, fiery sign in the 6th house of health, we could see some inflammation issues. This could be like gut health or eczema or things like that. In fact, I was working at the Bodhi tree the other day, and I saw this stuff, beef tallow, which is this stuff mixed with frankincense and beeswax, and it's fat from a cow. It's really cleared up my eczema. It's like a miracle. But that's an example of 6th house matters of health, and Sagittarius being very spiritual. So there's a lot of spiritual health and adventure. And we can also look, well, what for us Cancerians, where's Jupiter? Because Sagittarius, this 6th house is run by Sagittarius. So what's Jupiter doing? I know Jupiter's in Cancer right now, and it loves being there. So this is good luck for us. Where's Cancer? Here it is, Jupiter in Cancer. It's retrograde right now, which is reflections, but it's in our 1st house of self and the body. So yeah, lots of health here issues, working on the health, working on the systems, working on our day-to-day, working on our mental health, making things better, and having fun and thinking back what used to bring us fun, because fun is an important, and smiles and laughter, Cancer, that's an important part of healing. The dopamine and all that stuff that happens when we laugh, going to a comedy show, getting together with your friends, doing fun things in the 5th house, right? Those are all what we need to do right now for this full moon, okay? All right, Cancer, I stopped the share. Now, let's pull some cards and see what the cards say for us, Cancerians. All right. We will pull from our decks the Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand and the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle, both available on my website, www.themoontree.org, if you're interested, Cancer. They do come as a set with a tracking number, ships worldwide, pretty much. Okay, so let's pull a card for you. Cancer. All right. And like I said before, I'm a Cancer moon and a Cancer rising. So I totally vibe with you. But I'm an Aquarius sun. Good thing for the Cancer in me, so that it softens up my Aquarius and lets me be cuddly. Okay, Cancer. So we're looking at our full moon December 4th. What shall we know? Oh, the heart, the love. Jupiter in the first house bringing us blessings for sure. The fifth house where Mercury is in, which runs this full moon, it's in the fifth house of love and romance and doing things we love. The fifth house is basically joy, fun. Oh, by the way, there could be a little bit of luck here happening in the charts too. It was funny because my Cancer chart matches a lot with Ethereum, which is a type of cryptocurrency, right? The mama, I call it the mama bear of crypto, right? If Bitcoin's the dad, Ethereum is the mom. And I realized that I think Ethereum is the Cancer rising chart. And every time I get good luck on my chart, I get Simple beeps me saying Ethereum's gone up 5 point something percent today and all that, right? And then when my chart sucks in a day, like I said, it has challenges in a day, then I'll get a Simple bleep that says Ethereum is down today or whatever. It's really interesting. I've sort of been seeing quite a correlation between Ethereum Cancer rising chart, and so I'm going to work on making more predictive value based on that. But anyways, we do have luck this week, and in fact we should enjoy it because the next weeks after this in December aren't the best for everyone. So this first week in December with this full moon is actually the best week. We might as well enjoy it doing things we love, loving other people, loving ourselves, and doing that which brings us joy. Very heart chakra oriented here. I'll pull some more for us too to see, well, what kind of love or whatever, just a little more context. Oh, and this is the love for work with the fox. And I know fox can mean sly and cunning for a lot of people, but not for me. I always get this when it means entrepreneurial business or work. And so doing work that you love, doing passion projects that you love, having a business that you love. And, if you're interested in that, I can help you with that too at www.themoontree.org. Turning your intuitive gifts like card reading and astrology into a viable business. Yes. So that's something too. But doing things we love for sure. So that I'm going to stick with that one and choosing, Cancer. We're on this mental health line too. And then the sixth house where the sun is across from the full moon, sixth house of the health, but also work day to day, how you work, your co-workers, stuff like that too. So I wouldn't be surprised for a few of you Cancers, you're rethinking what it feels like to have maybe a better job or a more less stress job, right? Or something that feels easier on the system, right? So that could be a thing for many Cancerians as well. All right, now let's pull a card from the Power of Eight Chakra Oracle, Cancer, to finalize this beautiful full moon, December 4th in Gemini. Reading. Abundance flows to me. Yellow. So we have the heart, and then right below it in your solar plexus chakra, your belly button, or not your belly button, just a little bit above your belly button, that solar plexus in your gut for intuition, abundance, confidence. Abundance flows through. Abundance flows to me. So, if you've been waiting, like I told you, Cancers are pretty lucky right now. In fact, I just won a whole bunch of times on Lotto Lightning this morning. I went to cash in a ticket, a $10 Lotto Lightning winning ticket, cashed it in, another $10 winner, and it says right on the screen because there's two draws. It'll say if you're a winner right now, and then it'll pull the lottery that night for the rest of the tickets. So there's two chances to win on Lotto Lightning in Alberta, and it's got good odds. Anyways, and I've won $200 on it before, so I really like playing it. But this morning I just kept winning, and so I'd get another ticket, and then it'd be a winner and get another ticket. So anyways, Cancers, abundance flows to me. So there is luck for you here indeed. And you can use citrine or yellow jade or bergamot. in your essential oil vaporizer, which I love to do. I'm constantly spraying essential oils or putting it in the diffuser, I should say. And so anything yellow can help, citrus, bergamot, things like that as well. Abundance flows to me. And if anything, just go grab yourself some fresh flowers, put them on your table, nice yellow flowers to rejuvenate the energy. All right, Cancer, if you like that, come and see me for a reading at www.themoontree.org. And I'll see you in the next one. All right, Leo. Leo rising, those with their moons in Leo. Let's talk about your full moon on December 4th in Gemini. So let me share my screen here for the Leo chart. Let's check it out. Leo. Okay, Leo, so this full moon is in a lucky house for you. Woohoo! Look at it right there in the 11th house. So we've got a nice culmination here. Maybe something's been settled in something to do with your career, your work, your business, and now you're starting to see some benefits in the 11th house, money trickling in from the 10th house, because as we can see here, Uranus is in your 10th house of career, and that always brings some crazy changes maybe, or some unexpected events perhaps when it comes to your business, your career, your fame, your reputation. So there's something being messaged here. It could be that you're ending, because the full moon can bring endings, Leo. So maybe you're ending some relationships, some old networks in the 11th house, right? 11th house can be a lot with the groups of people. So could be that you're ending certain correlations or certain socializations, certain affiliations, and opening new doors, let's say, with Gemini there, bringing messages and talking and new networking opportunities for sure. So when we look, a full moon is always opposite the sun, so that's going to be in your 5th house, another lucky house. Wow, Leo, you should be playing the lottery right now, okay? Games of chance in that 5th house. This is the fun house. So Sagittarius is there for you, bringing you new adventures and new things in the 5th house of fun. And this can be new romance, okay? This can be new money from a business or from a side gig. This can be also luck and new opportunities with children. Can also be, Leo, a time where you get pregnant or you hear from one of your family members that they're pregnant. This is a very big fertile energy here with children. So that looks interesting indeed. This can also be about taking up a hobby, maybe one that you've already had before. Maybe it was singing, maybe it was pottery, maybe it was archery with the Sagittarius there. I'm just kidding, but it could be anything. That, that's the fun house, 5th house. It's beautiful. Enjoy this energy. It's really lucky time for you. Mercury's right here in the 4th house of home and family. There could be some new messages coming out that haven't come out yet about real estate. Because Scorpio is running Mercury, this can be like information hasn't been uncovered when it comes to maybe your parents, your roots, your home that you've grown up in. Could be changes coming there in some way. But for some, I'm just catching the idea. For some of you Leos, the place that you grew up, like let's say you have parents that are getting older. Maybe it's time to help them out, or maybe they want to downsize because they're getting older and can't keep up with the huge acreage anymore. I'm just giving examples about there's stuff and messages you'll be getting that are deep, Scorpio related, and it has to do with the real estate, the home and family. If you're trying to sell a house or buy a house, this is a good time for you, by the way. Real estate vibes look very good and lucky and in your favor as well. And this is a good time to create a home business as well. If you've been kind of wanting to do that, a good time for you to do that. But I would say don't quit your job just yet. Keep the job. And then once your income is equal or better than your current job, then quit the job. Okay. Never quit the job first. Okay. So, but it's good for hobbies and side gigs, and good for romance too. You know, single Leos out there, very good time to meet someone here as well, especially if you get invited to group things and that. So if you get an invitation and it feels right, go do it. You know, it could be you meet someone at the pub, or you with your friends, or you meet someone at the art gallery because you go for some art, go watch some art or some music or a comedy show or something like that. But there looks to be some passion and some joy and some romance and even some money. And you know, if you get that itch to play the lottery or to put some money in the slot machines, go for it. Just be careful that you don't overspend, because Mars in there can make you want to gamble too much. So just be a little careful about that. You know, set a limit, stay within it, Leo. So that looks cool indeed. Where's Jupiter? Because Jupiter runs Sagittarius in your 5th house of luck. So you're getting extra luck from Jupiter in your 12th house of the spiritual. Wow, look at that. You are definitely more psychic, Leo, right now with Jupiter there until next summer in 2026. About July, I think it switches over into Leo. So that Jupiter in the 12th house for you is bringing you lots of spiritual awareness, mediumship abilities, psychic abilities, Leo. You're on fire when it comes to telling people's fortunes or prophecy, or maybe even seeing ghosts, who knows. But there's just a lot of good vibes, spiritual healing vibes there as well. And yeah, very cool indeed. All right, let's pull some cards. I'll stop the share. All right, Leo, how exciting for you. Like, you're the luckiest person in the zodiac right now for this Gemini full moon, December 4th, I would say. Aquarius is also pretty lucky too. They're across from you, Leo. So Leo and Aquarians, you guys are buddies on the same line. I'll talk about Aquarius later. I'm an Aquarius sun, so I can't wait for that. But back to you, Leo. Let's pull some cards from the Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand and the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle. These are available on my website, www.themoontree.org. If you're interested, Leo. They do come as a set, like a husband and wife kind of deal. And yes, they come with the tracking number as well. So let's pull from the Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand. Okay, Leo, knock 3 times. Now remember, these cards, Lenormand is its own system. It's not tarot, it's not oracle cards. It's Lenormand. It's a French thing from a long time ago. Very predictive, very day-to-day. Okay, so with all this luck, Leo, and all these things, we do have a mountain. We have something that's creating an obstacle, but it has to do with it could be an obstacle with your kid. And remember, we had a lot of 5th house energy of luck, of hobbies, of romance, but also of the children. So there could be some blockages or obstacle when it comes to something with your kid, your literal child. It could be that you've been trying to get pregnant, but it hasn't happened. But guess what? Now you can, because the vortex of pregnancy and conception is opening right now for you. And I would suggest that you try to conceive on 5 days. Okay, that's a lucky conception day. So December 5th, December 14th, December 23rd. These are all good days for conception. Trying to get pregnant, for example. But there could be some blockages with what your kid has been trying to express. Let's pull one more card to see what this could be a little bit more about. It could just be blockage of something new for you too. You're trying to do this new thing in some way, and maybe there's some blockages too. And it has something to do with endings, with the coffin card too. So I think that you're going to have to let go and release certain old things, Leo. Old feelings, old past, forgiveness, full moon forgiveness ceremony would be very good. Write a letter on the full moon, December 4th. Dear so-and-so, I forgive you for this, love, and then put your name, kiss it, fold it, and burn it under the full moon, December 4th. That's the best to relieve and release any old crap that's on your auric field, old feelings, old trauma, old things that are holding you back, and letting them dissolve into the ethers to be repurposed into something good so that you can capture all this newness of the child card. Child is not just about a kid, it's about usually something new in your life. And maybe you're subconsciously blocking something because you're holding on or putting things in a box, the coffin, putting things in a container, but this isn't ending. And so it looks like too that this can also be read in this positive way. The blockages of the new that you've been encountering are now finally ending, right, Leo? This is a great time for you to start and expand your horizons. And with that Sagittarius season that we're in right now, doing fun things, meeting new people, having new romances, having new experiences with your kids, being like a kid again, right? So I'm going to reread that for you. The blockages that you've been encountering, Leo, when it comes to new things in your life or with your child is now ending. That looks great. All right, now let's pull a Power of 8 Chakra Oracle for the finale for your awesome full moon reading, Leo. All right. We knock 3 times and we shuffle, and whatever looks best for Leo, which looks most obvious, that's the one I will choose. There it is. I am secure. Number 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1, the beginning, the new, like the child card. New things can feel a little bit overwhelming sometimes, don't they? But guess what? I am secure. Red root chakra will help you. So anything from a tree, cinnamon, cedar wood, sandalwood, bar vitae, essential oils, I'm just saying out loud here, to put in your diffuser, and getting out your smoky quartz, your dark black, dark brown stones, right? That can neutralize any negative feelings, negative energies, and ground them out. Get yourself a grounding sheet for your bed, right? Look that up on Amazon. It plugs into your grounding port in your in your wall. And it grounds out to the ground. You know, that's why they call it the ground, right? Grounds out the energy and neutralize, makes you feel good. I am secure, and doing all the things in your life that make you feel good and secure and having fun and being your powerful Leo self during all these new changes. Okay, this is, I don't like to say it, new you, new me, or whatever, you know, the new year stuff coming right away. Everybody's already talking about new me, and that's kind of annoying, but it's just it is the feeling for you, Leo, like you've been through some stuff and you have been doing a lot of new things, moving, for example, and stuff like that. And so now, you know, it's time to be secure. I am secure. So that looks good. And you can do all the things to help you feel that way. All right, Leo, thanks for joining me today. I'll see you in the next one. Virgo rising, those with their moons in Virgo, welcome to full moon in Gemini, December 4th, coming right away near you. So this is a lot to do with your work, your fame, your reputation. So let's share my screen, Virgo, so that we can look at your chart and really dive deep into it. All right, Virgo. So the full moon in your 10th house, right at the top of the chart. Big culminations here. This can mean some of you Virgos are ending a career, because the full moon can often mean an ending of sorts or a chapter ending in a way. So it could be that you're ending a career in order to start something new, maybe a new home business, or maybe ending the position at work so that you can move into a better one, for example. There's lots of communications here about illuminating your 10th house. And if you don't have a career because you're retired, this can be ending a project that you've done to make your mark in the world, things like that as well. But let's look a little deeper. So the full moon in Gemini is run by Mercury. What's Mercury the messenger doing? Let's go find Mercury, which is in Sagittarius, somewhere down here. Oh, there it is, in the 3rd house. Wow. You have lots of busyness right now, too, in this full moon week, Virgo. Busy with talks from your neighbors, siblings, clients, and lots of invitations, we'll say. And there could be some secrets being revealed about your neighborhood and your community and where you live as well. Okay, Virgo. So look out for that. It could be some secrets about your siblings that you never knew before that are coming out as well. See, you do have a lot of energy in the fourth house here, see, of home and family in Sagittarius. So that sun right here is across from the full moon. So there's work and then there's home balance. How are we going to balance the work and home life here? Um, there could be as well. I'm seeing some vehicle stuff for you, Virgo. Maybe you just got a new vehicle, or you're thinking of getting one, or selling your vehicle, or ending a lease, or some kind of agreement there as well. But I do see lots of neighborhood energy, stuff with your neighbors and your immediate environment. Okay, Virgo, your community. Expect some new messages about that. Maybe it's even like your block where you live in suddenly becomes a popular spot, or perhaps you host a garage sale or some kind of online sale to get rid of some old stuff that you have and make money doing it. There could be also some of you buying or selling real estate at this time, Virgo, and that can be for any reason. Maybe you're also building a room out in your house to create an Airbnb, for example, for extra income. But there's some kind of busy messages when it comes to your house, your real estate, and as well as your roots, where you came from, your parents, your siblings, all this information that's coming out that maybe you never knew before when it comes to your ancestral roots, Virgo. So that should be interesting indeed. Some new it could be that your brother or sister are holding some information back right now, and then in a few weeks when Mercury moves into the fourth house you might hear about it. So right now there's some secrets, we'll say, and it doesn't have to be bad secrets. It's just information someone's withholding when it comes to your siblings, your cousins, your uncles and aunties, maybe even two, extended family, or it could be close family too. I'm anxious to see, Virgo, what that means for you, because there will be new information revealed to you for sure. Okay, and for some of you, it could be deciding to move. I'm now ready for a different community, different neighborhood. It could be because of work. Maybe work's asking. Maybe this new job or something like that makes you want to move or to be closer to the job or something like that too. It could be. And for some of you Virgos, this definitely shows me that you're thinking of a home business and you want to stop working corporately per se and work from home more. So that could be a thing too. And because Sagittarius is in the fourth house of home and family and real estate, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you buy an RV or thinking about buying something, and kind of traveling the world in your RV, or living out of a cruise ship or whatever. You know what? I heard Virgo, a lot of older people are doing that. They're selling their house, selling everything, and then they go and they live on a cruise ship, and they have their Medicare, they have everything they need. They've got their laundry done for them, and everything is all done for them, and it ends up actually being cheaper than having a mortgage. So there's a feeling of expansion when it comes to your home and career life in some way. So big changes there in the home and family line. So that looks good, Virgo. Okay, let's pull some cards from our decks. The Power of Eight Chakra Lenormand, Power of Eight Chakra Oracle. They do come as a set on my website, www.themoontree.org. If you are interested, okay, here's the link. All right. Let's see here. Let's pull from the Lenormand for Virgo. Full moon. Full moon, Virgo, in your 10th house of fame, reputation, the mark you leave on the world, your career. Wow. So much interesting messaging coming through, and a lot about the home and family too. What did I just say? A lot about the home and family too. What's this say? Home and family. You can't make this stuff up. Okay, Virgo. So yeah, definitely there's a home and family vibe here. Something's changing in some way. All right. And we, just backtrack, rewind and watch again. Something with time. Okay, the clock. Something with time. And there's options and decisions to be made here. This could be a difficult decision for you. Difficult decision for you, Virgo, in the movement of your real estate and your roots and your siblings and where you came from. All sorts of home and family real estate stuff too. And decisions about maybe where you live or maybe having a home business. So that looks interesting indeed. I'm going to pull one more card because that is just fascinating. This is for Virgo. Home and family, crossroad, time, options. Oh my. Making decisions with the scythe. Yeah. Big decisions for you, Virgo, to make here, right? When it comes to all those things we talked about, home and family, real estate, and things, options, making decisions. How do we make the right decision, right? How do we make the right decision? Well, I can help you make decisions by coming to see me for a reading at www.themoontree.org. But I would go back to what it felt like to be a kid again when things were easier, right? When decisions were easier to make because it was like, yes, that feels good. Or no, Virgo, that does not feel good, right? I noticed the signs, right? Number 38, that 3 + 8 = 11, the portal going to this new thing. And I noticed the signs that spirit gives me, right? Gives you, Virgo, noticing these signs, whether it's numbers, whether it's feathers and coins on the ground, whatever the signs are for you. It could be a song on the radio, or it could be synchronicities that happen, but you're noticing the signs, and that helps you make those good decisions when it comes to this home and family real estate card and things like that too. So let's open the book up actually to number 38. Okay. I noticed the signs, the card number 38, not page number 38. Okay, let's read. Okay, Virgo. This is with the third eye chakra. We are all born intuitive. It is our birthright. If you look carefully, you'll notice the signs and symbols. Dimes and feathers. I said that. Smells like cigar smoke or roses, a certain song on the radio, flickering lights, coincidences, synchronicities. These are all validations from the universe. This is about your brain, your pituitary gland, and your pineal gland in the brain. So lots about the mind here and the intuitive mind, right? Cypress is a good, frankincense and cypress and blue tansy are all very good essential oils here. Ylang ylang is a nice one that I love, and peppermint, very readily available. But anything that indigo, that blue crystals like blue tiger's eyes or azurite or lapis lazuli is a nice one for you, Virgo, as well, right? Labradorite is a good intuitive one too. Now, the affirmation for this card, Virgo, I noticed the signs is, I nurture my intuitive gifts and use them for healing and uplifting others. So your intuitive mind is going to help with all the decision making, right? And that happens deep within you. And we just have to slow down the mind and go within, Virgo, and all the answers are within you already. But come to me for a reading if you're more interested. Also, I am starting the Stars and Cards Academy, and basically it's all my brain on tutorials and videos that you can watch whenever you feel like it, and templates you can print off, sure. But we meet once a week, every Wednesday, together on Zoom to practice and to meet and greet and talk to each other and pull cards for each other and work on charts with each other and learn all the things together. So you might be interested in that, Virgo, especially when you're in a very intuitive time here right now. So come see me at my website and come for the free trial. You get a free trial, see if you like it. And if you want to stick around, you do. And that'll be great. And that is the Stars and Cards Academy on my website. All right. All right, Libra rising, those with their moons in Libra. Welcome to your full moon this December 4th in Gemini. Now, let's share your screen, Libra, and look at your chart. All right, where's Libra? Here it is. Okay, Libra. So we have you having this full moon in the ninth house. Wow. So ninth house can mean expanding your horizons. It can be the God house, stuff about religion and spirituality and stuff, but it can mean also travel too. So it could be that you are ending the planning for a trip, Libra, or also the ninth house is a lot about learning things, a higher level learning through books and through schooling and university and through courses. You know what I'm saying? This can be like you are becoming the guru, Libra, the teacher, or you are the student. There's something be illuminating there. It can also be too, Libra, if you've been waiting to publish something, a new course perhaps, right? In the ninth house, or publishing your own oracle cards or tarot cards or publishing new music or anything like that, Libra. It could be too that you are ending, let's say you're a teacher, you're ending, you're getting ready to end this course that you've been doing or whatever. There's a little bit of an ending vibe with the full moon, okay? And Gemini likes to teach and talk, and ninth house likes to teach and talk and expand our horizons as well. So there's some luck there in the ninth house as well. So if you're feeling a little bit, lucky one day, buy that ticket, or whatever. Now, I like to see, well, what's across from the moon. The moon, full moons are always opposite the sun. So you've got all this energy in your third house, very busy. So you are likely learning right now something new, Libra, a new skill per se in the third house. This can be new. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you, Libra. Third house is the junk drawer of the zodiac, meaning there's so many things inside that drawer. Okay, so this can be stuff about a lot of things. This can be stuff quite often about new messages, new learning, new teachings, for sure. I'm not surprised, Libra, that you're expanding your mind, expanding your education, learning something new in some way, indeed. But because that full moon is run by Gemini, I look for Mercury. Mercury's right here in your second house of money and self-worth. You're probably learning new skills when it comes to financial management, Libra, or else you should be. You could also be much more popular when selling things. This is the best time to sell your stuff and tell with that Gemini energy of telling the world, right? Messenger. Mercury, the messenger, telling the people about what you're selling, right? People don't know people can't buy anything from you, Libra, if you're not telling them what to buy or what you're offering. So third house is very social media too, the Instagram and the TikTok and the YouTube and the whatever, like all that stuff, different ways that we can get the message out. This can be even just making flyers and going and starting in your community. Hey, I offer tarot card readings, call me, or or I offer this and this, or hey, I offer shovel your walk. Here's, and you just put the brochure, or you just put those pieces of paper on the bulletin boards at the post office and at the stores, right in your community, because the third house is very community oriented as well. This could be new developments too about your brothers and sisters, your siblings in the third house. You could hear information when it comes to them up leveling in some way, new messages coming. Also, there's some new messages coming for you as well about money, okay, Libra? There could be hidden money that you need to do third house work, paperwork for. See, the money's here in the second house, but it's deep with Scorpio. And so you got to uncover it. How do we uncover it? Through where Mars is right here in the third house, meaning that third house will help you uncover the money. So you can get more money by selling stuff. You can get more money by involving yourself more with the community and community fairs. You could possibly get money from your siblings, but the third house is often communications and paperwork. So if you fill out the paperwork, Libra, whatever that means for you, then the money will come. But you might have to do a little bit of work in the third house too. This can mean two vehicles. It could mean that if you're looking for a new vehicle and you're in the market for buying one, watch out with some Scorpio hidden information that they might not be telling you. Or it could mean when you're doing the paperwork for something and you're buying something from the second house, right? You're spending money or making money in the second house, but let's say you're spending money. Well, the third house says just watch out that you read the fine print and that you take a closer look at these transactions, okay? Look at all the fine print. It's kind of like when we get a new app and we say, "Oh, I agree," but we never actually read it. Okay, so that's interesting, Libra. Now, this Sagittarius stuff in the busy third house, you're getting a lot of invitations here and social recognition, pretty popular. Just say no if there's too much, you can't go to everything, but you will get invited to many things for sure. But just remember to sell, talk about what you're selling with love and excitement, and then other people will be excited too. Jupiter is running that third house in the 10th house of your career too. So there's good luck in your career, you're good luck in your business, and good luck with getting a promotion as well. So, and then there's just really good vibes where you're popular in your immediate community too, which is always nice, Libra. There's some popularity vibes too. All right, let's stop the share and let's pull some cards for you, Libra, for this full moon in Gemini, December 4th. All right, we will pull from our decks, the Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand and the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle. These are available on my website at www.themoontree.org if you're interested. They come as a set with a tracking number right here. I don't know. Right here, I think you can see my themoontree.org. Hope you can see that. All right. So let's shake off the energy from before. Libra, the learning house, the exploration, full moon, new horizons for Libra, and busy socially as well, learning, teaching, and paperwork. Okay, Libra, let's see. Wow. The scythe cuts and makes decisions, and it's cutting the pain. So you've had some pain in your life, the crossroads, but these are both kind of like negative cards in the Lenormand. But in this way that I'm reading them, the scythe cuts and makes decisions, and it's cutting through this pain of the past so that you can get across to the other side right here into the new horizons of the 9th house. All right. But you have to do stuff. You have to make decisions. And the third house asks you to get busy, right? And do things. And little action goes a long way for you right now, Libra. Okay. So we're making some good decisions here, and we're cutting away that which no longer serves us, right? And we are moving forward in a good way, getting out of patterns, right? Getting out of stagnant patterns. And as we do that, we get the love, the heart. It comes at the end of a little bit of the work that it takes to get through the pain and the pain in the ass and everything like that. Because the third house can be a pain in the butt. There's always stuff to do there, little trips to take, going to see someone, little meetings, paperwork, having to sell, having to talk. Like there's effort that's needed in the third house. But if you can do all those things in optimistic, awesome, happy way with love, then you will receive that love as well. And that's going to be great. And that's going to be abundant. And then, you're going to get some of that Mercury money, right? That money in your second house. But there's a little bit of work to do to get that money, Libra. All right. So I hope that helps. Now let's pull from the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle. And remember, the 8 on its side is like a feedback loop, but we want to turn it like this so we rise like the 8 rising, not the feedback loop 8, right? Getting out of patterns by doing something different, doing actions, right? And like I said, a little goes a long way. And I did get another heart. Where'd that heart card go? because I shuffled it back in, didn't I? Oops, sorry. Remember that heart we got in Lenormand? Well, another heart chakra. There's a lot of heart vibes here, okay? I forgive the past. 3 plus 7 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. The beginning of the movie. New beginnings here, but I forgive the past. Guess what? Forgiveness ceremony, Libra, on the full moon. This is the best time to forgive. You write a letter of forgiveness. Dear so and so, I forgive you for whatever it is that is the worst thing. And you say, love, your name. So I could say, love, Trina. And I fold it up and I burn it under the full moon on December 4th. Okay. I forgive the past. And that's how you're going to be able to let go of the pain, let go, and then open up your new horizons. Okay. So that looks good, Libra. And come to me for a reading at www.themoontree.org. All right, Scorpio rising, those with their moons in Scorpio, welcome to the full moon, December 4th, okay, in Gemini. So this is happening in your 8th house. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to dive deep into your chart, Scorpio. So here we are. And so we look at that full moon, check it out, in the 8th house. Ooh, this is very intuitive, very transformative. There's something also ending when it comes to money. Maybe Scorpio, you've been waiting for some money, maybe from the government or from joint finances or who knows, but money, other people's money in some way are coming your way. This could also be the end of you wanting to be in debt. I no longer want to be in debt anymore, right? And because 8th house can hold your debts and your credit cards and stuff like that. And the full moon is an ending. So it could be like, I no longer want to be in debt. I am making some decisions with my money now. And when we go across the full moon to the 2nd house of money, look at all that energy and luck in that 2nd house of money. So there is very good indications here for you, Scorpio, that you are getting some new finances in some way, maybe through passive income in the 2nd house. Who knows? There's money coming your way, so be ready to receive it. But guess what? The 2nd house is also a lot about our self-worth. I think you're going through the shift, Scorpio, of valuing yourself better. You know what I'm saying? I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me. That was an old Saturday Night Live clip from way back. I'm 47, so I like old stuff. But anyways, it was this funny skit. And it was all about, as we value ourselves, other people value us too, and then the money can come easily. But I could say too that the money's coming in through Jupiter, which runs Sagittarius, and Jupiter is over here in your 9th house. So you could be receiving money from foreign places, foreign investments, perhaps they're coming to fruition. It could be getting something to do with education, higher level education in some way. Maybe you're getting a new job as a teacher or a guide, or maybe you're becoming a spiritual guru or something like that in the 9th house as well. Who knows? There's a lot of foreign affairs money could be coming your way, or selling to people across the pond, so to speak, people that are different cultures or different countries than you. That could be one way that you're gaining more wealth, for sure. And it could be through some kind of travel or something like that. So that's one way you could be receiving money. Another way you could be receiving money is because that Gemini full moon is run by Mercury, which is in your 1st house here. Okay, so you could be getting money through new clients, because the 1st house is attached to the 7th house of your fans, your clients, things like that. They're on that same line. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're getting new money. Also, if you're really focusing on yourself and your self-worth, believing in it, it could be this law of assumption or law of attraction stuff, maybe like the energy healing things as well. But in any case, and you know what else it could be? It's about, if you own your own business, it's about creating a funnel. So you have a lead magnet, so you'll create this freebie, and then they get your freebie, get on your email list, then you can email them and nurture them into the next thing and selling your stuff, right? Diversifying your income in some way, having a side gig. There's all sorts of ways that you're catching money here. It can also be you have a new sense of value for yourself, Scorpio, when we take a trip, right? We take this long trip. Um, in the ninth house somewhere by water, maybe with Cancer running it. And then you suddenly get this aha moment. And, you know, it could be that you're becoming a gypsy where you can make money off the beach, right? You know, on your laptop or whatever you call those laptop people. Like, you know what I mean? But in any case, I do see a lot of money, a lot of, readjusting your finances too, and learning about money, learning about finances. That's a big thing. Taking education and reading books and learning YouTubes, for example, about the money and how to manage it and how to become wealthy. Maybe you're taking cryptocurrency courses. Maybe you're learning about gold bricks and silver and all sorts of things like that as well. So there's lots of focus there for you, Scorpio, indeed. And just learning about having self-value. Okay, let's stop the share. Okay, so Scorpio, let's pull some cards for you. Hi, Aaron. From the Power of Eight Chakra Lenormand and the Power of Eight Chakra Oracle. These are available on my website at www.themoontree.org if you are interested. All right. They do come as a set with a tracking number, and I do ship worldwide. I wasn't shipping for a while worldwide when Canada Post was on strike, but they're back. They're back. So things are back. Okay, so let's pull from the Lenormand for you, Scorpio. How exciting. This is for Scorpio, full moon, December 4th. Coming soon. Forgiveness. Okay, we got the anchor, stability. 3 + 5 = 8, the 8th house, Scorpio, where the full moon is happening in your 8th house. Can't make this stuff up. This is for your security, stability in life, right? Let's see what I wrote about number 35, the anchor in Lenormand. Remember, Lenormand is not tarot, it's not oracle, it's its own system, but we've chacrified the Lenormand. All right, so let's look at the anchor. Security, a stable career, building a legacy. Okay, Scorpio, being faithful. It could be an actual anchor like the beach, and we talked about a little bit about going near the water and maybe a trip and something like that, coming here, coastline communities and things like that. This is about the correct path to eventually reach your goals. This is the root chakra and the third eye chakra for vision, and the root for security and stability, like the anchor means. Very Capricorn, earth, and very Pisces, water element, right? And this affirmation for the card is, I am in perfect balance. Okay, Scorpio, I move forward with joy at my age. All right, so that looks very interesting indeed. I'll put one more to go with that anchor, stability. Often stability in your career, staying put, it could be, but also it could be about having a big trip where there's an anchor involved and opening your eyes too. And also stability in the finances, because you are on the financial line, Scorpio, for this full moon, right? But look, you're getting a gift. I love that. Anchor, gift. So stability, happiness, joy, that's all coming your way. And lots of that red, right? Red root chakra. So read about red root chakra for stability and security in your legs and your feet. You can start by black tourmaline, smoky quartz, very good grounding stones, right? And anything, cinnamon is a really good one. Add some cinnamon in your life, whether it's cinnamon essential oil or cinnamon on your coffee or whatever. Add some cinnamon and that'll be good for you, Scorpio. All right. Let's pull one more card from you from the Power of Eight Chakra Oracle. And I'll laugh if it's a red root chakra one. But let's see what the power of 8. I have passion number 2. So that's where the sun in Sagittarius. I told you you're on the 2-8 line. That's the money line and the value line, right? So you had an 8 card. Now you have a 2 card, second house of money, where Sagittarius is. And Sagittarius is very passionate for you there. And I have passion in my life and what I do and all these things. So that looks good. And anything orange, okay? Add some orange. I'm smelling that tangerine right now, right? And mandarin oranges are in season right now for the winter and stuff. Where I am in Canada, the little mandarin oranges, so nice. So yeah, getting a little more of that. But I have passion in all the things I do. Okay, Scorpio, that's going to be great for you. So have a great full moon. All right, Sagittarius, it's your turn. So the Sagittarius rising, those with their moons in Sagittarius. This is the full moon in Gemini, December 4th. So this is in your 7th house of your relationships. Let's dive deep. I'm going to share my screen, Sag, and pull up your chart, and we're going to talk about it. So the 7th house is right here, okay? This is where that full moon is, okay? Now, the full moon can be sort of an ending of something. So it could be the end of 7th house things, which can be a relationship for one, and it can be a business partnership or a marriage or something like that, or it can just be the ending of a certain contract that you've had in the 7th house, a contract or commitment. It can also be the end of a certain it's like what happens when we change our niche, we attract different clients, because the 7th house can be our clients. So it could be that you're changing some way in your business, and now you're attracting a different clientele. Okay, but this can also illuminate new communications with taking a relationship to a next level, perhaps as well, like a romantic relationship. Now, it turns into oh, we're boyfriend and girlfriend now, right, Sagittarius, in that kind of way. So lots of things happening there with your relationships, your close one-on-ones, and your contracts and commitments. Now, when we look across from the 7th house, because that's the same line, we look across to the full moon is opposite the sun in Sagittarius. This is your sign. So this is a lot about you, Sagittarius and Gemini, you're on the same line. A full moon in Gemini, you're Sagittarius. So a lot about a whole new you, Sag, in some case, in some way here, right? You've got good luck too with your body in the 1st house, your actual physical body, right? This can be taking on a new exercise or dietary routine, for example, something new. It could mean a new relationship in some way, or the ending of a relationship too. But there's something really new for you, Sag, happening. And we are in Sagittarius season, so there's just lots of luck. I feel like you're really highlighted here in Sagittarius season, and the full moon is just going to highlight you even more, making you even more popular, and all eyes are on you, Sagittarius, right now for sure. Now, that full moon that we talked about right here in Gemini, okay, well, that's run by Mercury, and Mercury is in your 12th house of the spiritual. Look at that. You are very, very, very psychic right now, Sag, okay? You are super psychic, super telepathic, very good if you're trying to be a medium or working on being a medium. Very cool like that, and you can make money off that. And I'm not surprised if you're getting new clients because of something switching. Now, the 12th house it can also mean working in a hospital in health, or in a jail, or some kind of institution in a way. 12th house can be that as well. It can also be, what do you call those ashrams, like those spiritual places, like Tibet monks in the mountains and all that. It can be very spiritual and very retreat. And with that in Scorpio, like, wow, there's just a lot of depth here. There's a lot of deeper meaning to your life now, Sagittarius. A lot of times you are a little bit superficial because you're way up here seeing the forest for the trees. and very expansion and optimistic, and but here where it's like Mercury saying no, 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 we're going a little deep now, Sag. We're going deep into the way you do relationships, the way you think about yourself and your future, and all sorts of esoteric spiritual stuff. I mean, you're real going deep now, Sag. This is a deep new chapter reset for you indeed. Okay, now let's see what Jupiter's doing, because Jupiter runs Sagittarius, and that's your first house, and the moon is, affecting that. Okay, let's find Jupiter. Oh, there it is in your eighth house. Wow. So yeah, you're going through big transformations here. How you do relationships is a really big one here. But also there's some luck with Jupiter expanding your self-worth, your values in the eighth house, transforming yourself into a new you, per se. This energy is going to go on till next year, next summer, about July 2026. You're going to have a lot of transformative, how you see the world stuff, how you see other people, how you do relationships, how you see yourself, Sagittarius. And you are becoming more spiritual, more esoteric in that eighth house, learning more about astrology, spiritual healing, energy healing, maybe aliens. Who knows? There's lots of stuff that can happen in the eighth house. However, the eighth house is also about your other money. I think you're becoming a little more, how do you say, financially aware, and learning how to be more interdependent or independent when it comes to your cash and the way you do money with people as well. That's a big theme here. I would say for you, Sagittarius too. And you know how Uranus right here brings unexpected changes, and it's in your sixth house of how you do work. I won't be surprised if a lot of you Sagittarians right now are getting new jobs. Okay, so that the contracts and commitments of the seventh house with the full moon, and then Uranus bringing you new stuff with your sixth house of co-workers. The people you work with are changing in some way, for example, and who you work with is changing too. So the people that surround you at work, or if you own your own business, the people that come see you, clients, those are all changing for you, Sag, right now too. And this is a whole new you. Check it out, first house. Wow, so interesting indeed. Okay, we'll stop the share and we'll pull some cards for you, Sagittarius, for this full moon in Gemini. Okay, so we'll start with the Power of Eight Chakra Lenormand, and we'll also with the Power of Eight Chakra Oracle. I should get a new box because I've played with this one so much that it's rubbing off. I should get a new box. Anyways, these are available on my website, www.themoontree.org. If you're interested, they do come as a set with a tracking number available here, themoontree.org. If you're interested, Sagittarius, which you are, because I know Sagittarians love cards. So let's pull some Lenormand. Now, Lenormand is not tarot, and Lenormand is not oracle cards. Lenormand is Lenormand. It's its own system. It's its own card system created a long time ago in France. It's called the Lenormand, right? It was a French thing. Okay, so let's pull a few cards for you. Okay, so we got some confusion here with the clouds, doubt, confusion about maybe some of your abilities, some of your new contracts, some of your new romance, some of all these changes that are happening to you, Sagittarius, because all eyes are on you, and that would be uncomfortable. But there's a little bit of doubt and confusion with the clouds, and it has to do with a lot of the moon feelings, right? So your feelings are cloudy, and it is a time of exploration right now, and going within with that 12th house. I told you were psychic and all that, but the Mercury wants to think and talk, but Mercury is hidden in the 12th house in Scorpio, digging deep inside here. What are my true feelings? What are all my thoughts? Like, kind of reflecting right now. So, you know what? It's okay. You don't have to make any decisions or actions or anything right now. It's really a reflection time and just feeling yourself out, getting to know yourself again. And this whole new you, Sagittarius, because you are evolving. You've evolved into a new avatar. It's almost like we're playing a video game, and all this stuff in your first house of Sagittarius is the body, is the meat suit, right? Our soul has a body, right? And this body, there's changes there, and there's changes in your video game of life right now, so to speak. And that can be, when you play a real video game, right? You go through levels, and some of them are hard and doubtful and confusing, and you need more information, and you got to really look for that. So this full moon, look, full moon feelings number 32. It's really illuminating on December 4th all these things for you and your new identity. And where should we go from here? How about we look at my book about number 32 in Lenormand, the moon, and see what I wrote about it, okay? The moon. Feelings, nothing more than feelings. Okay, this is about emotions and romance. Yes, and I do sense that there's quite a few of you Sagittarians going through some kind of romantic thing. This is about intuition. This is also about public recognition, the moon and Lenormand. So yeah, I told you, all you're famous, all eyes are on you right now, right? People are looking. There's falling in love here too, and there's just the psychic industry with the moon. And I know a lot of you Sagittarians are becoming extra psychic, which we talked about with that Mercury, the messenger planet, in the 12th house of spirituality and mediumship and all these things too. It's really happening here. And arts and entertainment. Get out your rose quartz, get out your labradorite stones here, and your moonstone, like my moonstone here. Look at that feldspar gleam. Oh, I just love it. That's moonstone, right? And you'd really love that for sure, Sag. And so this has to do with Cancer and Pisces, both water elements, both intuitive feelings, right? And the hormones, the female organs, that can be changing too in that first house of the body for you. You know, Sagittarius, you might be going. I'm 47 and I'm slightly starting perimenopause right now, you know, and I can tell differences in my body, right? And you might be in the same. There's changes, physical changes, emotional changes, spiritual changes happening for you here. And yes, that can get cloudy, and yes, that can get confusing, right? And this is the 8 of Hearts in cartomancy, in poker cards, right? The 8 transformation of hearts, feelings. The cups in tarot, 8 of Cups could be a good one to look at too. And it's really like, I am an independent force and I express my feelings with ease. Because with Mercury in the 12th house, it's holding down some of our being able to talk about our feelings, okay, Sag? So keep that in mind too. All right. Okay, let's pull one more card from the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle. Okay, and see for you, Sagittarius, for this full moon, December 4th. How exciting. I am aware. Number 15. Okay, so this is going to cut through the clouds of confusion. These are stones like selenite, like quartz, like Lemurian quartz, and like diamond will cut through the clouds, will cut through the dragons that live in our head, the foggy, the creepers, the things in our head, right? We want to, I am aware, we want to clean that out, and that's going to help so that the feelings and the intuition can come through better, and then you'll be able to deal with all this energy better, and things become more clear. All right, so come see me for a reading, www.themoontree.org. All right, Capricorn rising, those with their moons in Capricorn, welcome to your full moon forecast for December 4th. December 4th, full moon. Okay, so this is tapping your 6th house of the day-to-day and your health. Let's share my screen, Capricorn, and look at your chart a little closer. Okay, 6th house full moon right here. So, check that out. We have got an ending happening here in some of the people you work with. We also have an ending here, or a culmination of something that's been going on with your health. You're finally getting to the bottom of it, maybe. You're finally gaining understanding or some messaging. Maybe you've been waiting for an appointment to get x-ray or an analysis, and the full moon's bringing that for you with that Gemini. Very medical. This is quite a medical sort of vibe here as well. But there's more. Something to do with the stability in your day-to-day life as well. 6th house can mean just like the mechanics, the day-to-day grind, and so something's being illuminated there. You know, it could be travel, something Gemini likes to travel and move. Maybe it's something to do with how you get to work, or how something to do with your work, where you work, that could be illuminated. And maybe some kind of toxic thing is being eliminated with the full moon too. Could be a toxic coworker, could be someone you hated working with, and now they got moved to a different department or something like that. It could be you deciding to that you just don't like this job anymore, and you want to find something different. And maybe you are secretly applying, Capricorn, to other jobs. I don't know. But this has a mental health sort of thing, because right across the full moon is the sun in the 12th house. So there's lots of 12th house activity for you in Sagittarius here, Capricorn. Now, what does this mean? Well, it means that you are in a period of rest and relaxation and rethinking and meditating about your future, okay? And just sort of getting ready. Maybe you're getting ready for a vacation. Maybe you're getting ready, but whatever it is, you're getting ready and resting in the 12th house, Capricorn, because after December 21st, right on December 21st, actually, it changes to Capricorn season. So you're like a racehorse, waiting to shine. Okay. And so here you're taking more naps, you're resting, you're being more quiet. Um, right. Taking a break in the 12th house, and hiding out a little bit too. And a little bit, and just resting, and like my friend Capricorn Michelle, who made the cards with me, she's the illustrator. She always used to say, "Tap her cool, Trina, tap her cool," which means chill out. We got to tap her cool. We got to chill out. That's exactly what Capricorn's doing right now in the 12th house. They're chilling out. They're being spiritual. Maybe pulling some cards. Maybe some of you are visiting the hospital or jail. Maybe someone's there that you're visiting too. 12th house stuff. But this is also a mental health thing. I feel like, Capricorn, that your mental health is important right now. So you need to keep care of that in some way. So that looks good indeed. This is a good time too to get rid with Mars there. Mars likes to sever with his big sword. And 12th house can hold bad habits like, I don't know, smoking, drinking, whatever, drugs, I don't know, any kind of bad habits in Mars can help you sever those bad habits too. So you're sort of on a health line and a mental health line, and you're able to like have control over your habits better. That's one thing, Capricorn, you could use this energy for. But it's also a good time to rest and meditate and still the mind and get ready for your season to shine, Capricorn, which is coming soon, December 21st. Now, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So I like to see, well, what's Jupiter doing? Jupiter for you is over here in your 7th house. You're getting lots of luck here through your spouse, your husband and wife. You get a lot of support, your best friend. Um, Jupiter is bringing you new contracts and commitments that are good, for you, and the 7th house too. And it could be bringing you more, if you own your own business, more fans, right? More fans, more likes, no, more clients, that kind of thing too in the 7th house. So there's good vibes there, and it could just be bringing new spiritual besties into your life as well, Capricorn. Hey, you might be interested in my new thing, Stars and Cards Academy. So I put a bunch of tutorials and videos and templates to print off on your time whenever you want to do them. They're like little mini courses, but the main thing is every week on Wednesdays we get together and we practice and we pull cards for each other. We look at charts and we meet and we get intuitive, and it's a place where we can bend spoons together and pull, learn all about Lenormand and all the things that I like to do, which is pretty much everything from mediumship to energy healing, astrology, everything in between. I just needed a place where I could put it all together, and then everybody could come together and hang out. So there is that. It's called the Stars and Cards Academy. We are meeting tomorrow as well, Capricorn. So maybe you're interested. I'll post the link. It's a free trial. So then you can see if you like it. Okay, and then you are getting some messages about money and your new horizons in the 11th house. Mercury's there. I wouldn't be surprised if you're getting new messages about your job or your career trickling through into the 11th house, and it's going to help you sort of move forward financially, maybe in some way. Maybe it's a gift. Um, it could be that your older sibling has some secrets that they haven't told you yet. Okay, Capricorn, watch for that. But there's new messages coming through to you for your future and your hopes and dreams and wishes and aspirations too. So that should be interesting indeed. All right, I'll stop the share and we will look at your cards. Okay, Capricorn. So let's pull some cards from the Power of Eight Chakra Lenormand and the Power of Eight Chakra Oracle. These are available on my website, www.themoontree.org. All right, full moon for Capricorn. Sixth house of health, day to day, and maybe coworkers and work and daily routines. The man is involved. Okay, so a man in your life could be a boss, could be your spouse. Some male figure is involved in this for you, Capricorn. The commitment, this could be your husband, this could be your boss. It's somebody with the ring committed to in some way. Maybe it's a business partner, maybe, who knows, but there's big attention there, Capricorn, on that right now. And it could be about creating marriage or a new commitment or something like that is in the thing. And let's pull one more card for you too. I just need a little more context. The man, ring. Oh, and there's trouble there. So it could be that the man is committed to something that's causing him trouble and he wants to get rid of it. 12th house means mental health too. So it could be that something for the man in your life is causing him mental health, or he's committed to something, contracts and commitments, 7th house, but he don't like that anymore. So you as the woman can help that man fix that. Now, in other news, it could be that you're involved with a man, committed to a man, but it's ending up to be trouble and you want to break that off, right? And the 12th house meditation can help you to realize that. That could be a way you could read this too. But I do feel for most Capricorns are, by the way, in a committed relationship, and they stay there for the long term because they're Capricorns run by Saturn, which is the long game. So I do feel for most of you that this is someone, an important man that you love in your life, that you're committed to in some way, but there's something troublesome going on with the man that you might need to help him out with, maybe, or just be a friend and listen, and maybe not even find a solution to anything, but he just may need your support, right, for that problem. It could be a medical problem, and the snake can have to do with the intestines, leaky gut syndrome, or something in the snake in the body, right, the intestine. So something like that too we would want to watch out for as well. Okay, Capricorn. Now let's pull a card from the Power of Eight Chakra Oracle and see what kind of information for Capricorn for this full moon in Gemini. I trust the process. And number 9 is an ending too. And remember, you're in the 12th house, which is an ending house, right? Um, and like, I'm also, yeah, okay, let me just think. I trust the process. Number 9 is an ending number. It's the end of the movie. And you're in that, the sun in Sagittarius across from that full moon is in your 12th house, which is an ending house. So there is an ending of a certain chapter in some way for you, Capricorn, and trusting the process, right? Like, for example, when you look at this card, what do you see first? Do you see the sun? Do you see the middle face? Or do you see the moon? What did you see first, right? If you saw the sun first, you're more of a yang outward energy today. If you saw the moon, you're more of a yin receiving energy, quieter energy today. And if you saw the middle, the neutral, where you're more both neutral, and it doesn't matter what you saw. The point is to trust the process along the way. In fact, I will open my book to number 27, I trust the process, and let you know what it says. If you saw the moon cycle, if you saw the moon first, you're intuitively feeling, you're receiving energies. It could be to get more magnesium, get more rest, 12th house stuff, right? Take an Epsom salt bath. Now, if you saw the sun first, well, this is a yang, more action oriented energy cycle, and tapping into the confidence and motivation of the sun. For example, it could be you need more vitamin D and maybe a deep massage. Okay, Capricorn. If you saw the face in the middle first, well, you're using your intuition mixed with your ambition. It's both. It could be a sign to get your body moving with fun exercise and to eat more fiber. All right, that could be an example. And your affirmation for I trust the process is I trust that all things are working together for my highest good. All right. And that's what me and Capricorn Michelle, she's Capricorn Illustrated, that's what we put on the bottom of our decks, right? We got the chakra chart, but what's on the bottom? Everything always works out for me, right? Just a reminder. Okay, Capricorn, come see me for a reading. And maybe if you're interested, come try out your free trial of the Stars and Cards Academy. And we meet once a week on Wednesdays. Hope you join us. All right, Aquarius rising, those with their moons in Aquarius. Like me, I'm an Aquarius sun, so I'm one of you as well. We're looking at this full moon December 4th in Gemini happening in our 5th house of luck, happiness, and joy. Let's check it out. I'm going to share my screen to you, Aquarius. How exciting. I like it. We're on the good line, just like Leo, our besties here. Okay, Aquarius. So when we look at the chart, we're looking for the full moon in the 5th house. Okay, here it is. Look at right there. Big old full moon in Gemini. So there could be some, because the full moon does bring endings. So it could be an ending with something to do with our children in some way. Something ending maybe there with the kids. It could be too, because there's pregnancy in the 5th house. You've been trying for a long time to have a kid, and now the wait and it's the end, now I'm pregnant. It could be something like that too. Or it could be that you hear some kind of pregnancy news in your family as well, Aquarius. That could be a thing too. But the 5th house has a lot to do with our fun, our hobbies, and things like that, and maybe just illuminating the fact where can we have some more fun in our lives. Maybe it's picking up that guitar again, or pottery, or whatever, something like that. And there could be also too something to do with your business. If you own, like for example, I own an intuitive consulting business, right? And as an Aquarius person, this could perhaps mean that I'm ending something to do in the business, maybe one avenue, starting something new and then and Gemini likes to talk and to create messages and things like that as well. So if we look across from the full moon at the sun in Sagittarius and all those good things happening in our 11th house too, of our hopes and dreams, more good luck, some money coming in from career perhaps, and it could be some good luck from benefactors, helpful people, and maybe from brothers and sisters as well a little bit, or boss helps you out. There's just good stuff in the 11th house. This is a lot about our hopes, dreams, and aspirations, but there's a lot of people energy for us, Aquarius. People are our cheat code in this game of life. And so Gemini, that full moon, let's go back to that full moon in Gemini. Now, Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury. So we look for Mercury, which is in Sagittarius, which is just here in the 10th house of career. I would say that there is some good messages and some deep scorpionic, sort of deeper messages of transformation here in the 10th house of career. It could be that some new information, new data has not yet been uncovered in the 10th house. It could be too something with your parents. They've been hiding something from you. Maybe they've been in pain, or I don't know, something to do with the parents holding back some kind of messages in that Mercury, which is the messenger planet. And Scorpio likes to keep things sort of under wraps and deep. So it could be that, but all in general, I do see lots of good vibes, because Mercury in in Scorpio, that's affiliated with Mars here in Sagittarius in the 11th house. So career could be bringing you good vibes. You become more popular in your career or in your business, your fame, your reputation. And it looks to me, Scorpio and Sagittarius are both very spiritual zodiac signs. So it's maybe adding more energy healing to your stuff, feng shui, maybe. Something to do with spiritual healing or energy work, energy healing, spoon bending, all those things I like to do. Oh, by the way, Aquarius, speaking of all that stuff, because there's a lot of esoteric energy here for you in your career, in your life, and with the people. I do have a new thing called the Stars and Cards Academy. If you're interested, it's a free trial. See if you like it. But there's different tutorials and templates for you to download. But we meet every week on Wednesdays to practice with each other and meet and do intuitive stuff with each other, like reading cards and astrology and charts and spoon bending and energy, all the things, mediumship. And we're going to do all that under the Stars and Cards Academy umbrella if you're interested. And yes, Aquarius, it is a free trial. If you are interested, just come visit me at my website, www.themoontree.org. Venus in Sagittarius there is bringing us some good luck vibes too. If you're feeling lucky, buy a ticket or whatever. But there looks to be some good luck here, and I like it. I like it a lot. Now, let's look at Jupiter. What's Jupiter doing? Because Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and there's lots of good luck in the 11th house with the people and our hopes and dreams. So Jupiter is bringing us some luck there too. Let's look where Jupiter is in Cancer. Somewhere over here. In the 6th house of our day-to-day, cleaning up the systems. Jupiter is spiritual too, and it could be adding more spiritual energy healing to your work, with your coworkers, with your place of work, but a lot to do with your health. This is a really big health sort of vibe I'm getting for us Aquarians, working on our physical health, our emotional health, and the optimism of Jupiter and Sagittarius. There's a lot of optimism for the future, and the 11th house, hanging out with optimistic people, choosing people that are high vibe, right? They say that we're an accumulation of our 3 best friends, right? So the people we hang out with is very important too. But we can just start, right, Aquarius, in our house, cleaning up our house, doing the little things, the little detail work, cleaning and getting things ready, because there's just a lot of opportunity here that I think is good to capitalize on, to capture, right? And so good luck comes from the people. Good luck comes from your fame, your reputation. This could be a time where something goes viral, or you get a little more famous somewhere, something like that. So that looks good. And doing group events, right? And that's exactly why I created the Stars and Cards Academy too, is so that I could have a group of intuitive people to hang out with, right? And so that's a thing too, the friends, the people of the 11th house too. So there's lots of good vibes there for us Aquarians as well. And we still have, Aquarius, some energy happening in our 2nd house of the money. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter too. So as we clean up the house and our day-to-day systems and our health, new money will come in as well, new abundance that way. So that looks good. All right, I'll stop the share. So Aquarius, we are lucky. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. And people are our friends. That's a good cheat code as well. Acquaintances. So really capitalizing on our hopes and dreams for the future. It's a good time to visualize. What does it feel like? What does success feel like? Okay. So let's pull some cards. The Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand and the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle. These are available as a set. They come as a set on my website, www.themoontree.org. We'll pull from the Lenormand first. Lenormand's been chacrified by us. And remember, Lenormand is not tarot, and Lenormand is not oracle card. Lenormand is its own system. The Lenormand, it's a French thing from a long, long time ago, a form of divination. Very good day-to-day sort of vibes, and really getting into the day-to-day thing. So there is some trouble with the snake. Okay, what kind of trouble? This is kind of the worst card that you can one of the worst cards you can get in the Lenormand, so that's fine. We are in a good place though, Aquarius, to deal with any trouble, and we need more context, right? Maybe it's trouble with for someone else. Maybe it has nothing to do with us having trouble. Let's just see. What do we need some more context with the snake. Okay, so there's trouble with the house. Now this can literally mean the pipes. Okay, watch out. I mean, it is winter time. You never know. Pipes could freeze. Okay, that could be a thing. But there could be some trouble in the home, and it could be with the people because there was a lot of that 11th house, and it could be trouble with the children in some way as well. So working on fixing that or making it better, balancing out the energies when it comes to your home and the kids, and maybe your home business or anything like that. So there's that. And I'll pull one more card too. And I do think that, Jupiter is asking us to clean the house and stuff and make sure everything has a home. The cleaner the house is, the cleaner your mind is, right? It's just a reflection of your mind. So, and then it has to do with power, the power. It could be financial stuff. So it could be trouble with real estate finances. Okay. Could be that. It could be trouble with a mama bear figure, right? It could be like your mother-in-law, or it could be if you are the mother, like it could be trouble with me, for example. I'm the mother in my house, so it could be that with feeling powerful, or maybe stuff like that. So I would say with all that energy of the people, it's good to rely on your good friends. It's good to rely on support for other people, mental support and support like that as well. And getting to know your plumber. That's a big one. Getting to know your plumber, your electrician, things like that as well. Making sure you have their number ready for if anything goes wrong, and working on the communication vibes with the kids, perhaps as well. And so Aquarius, that is good indeed. Now let's pull from the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle to see any more advice, guidance for this full moon. My body is an oracle. So this could be trouble with the body in the house when your body is your temple, right? And so my body is an oracle. We have to watch, when we get a symptom, it means something deeper. I have this book from, let's see, I'll show you. It's called Heal Your Body. Heal Your Body by Louise Hay. And this goes good with this card. My body is an oracle. So let's say you picked this one. You just picked this one, and it was throat chakra, right? Let's look at the book number 19. My body is an oracle, because you would just like pick which chakra pops out when you look at this card, right? Which chakra pops out? If it was the red root chakra in the middle, that's your circulation, your flexibility, the lower limbs, lower back. And then your orange sacral chakra would be your reproductive area, your hormones. Yellow would be the stomach and digestion. Green would be your heart and lungs. Light blue would be your throat chakra, your ears, your thyroid, your teeth, your mouth, right? And indigo is your pineal gland, your eyes, your brain. And the purple crown chakra would be your brain too, but it's more of the hypothalamus or the pituitary gland, for example. And then it tells you like some recommendations for each of those chakras. But then this book, so let's say I picked red root chakra, and I realized it had something to do with my lower back. Okay, let's pretend my lower back was sore, and that's red root chakra. Okay, let's just pretend. So then I would look at back problems in Louise Hay's book, Heal Your Body. Let's see what it says about the back. Back problems. And I said the lower back, fear of money, lack of financial support. Whoa. And then there's affirmation she puts, I trust the process of life. All I need is always taken care of. I am safe. So, when you're mixing these sort of spiritual modalities and learning that this physical body gives you symptoms, but it comes from an emotional snake, an emotional problem, right? And then we want to do things to get that power, the power back, right? This can be financial too, which is funny because that back problem happened to be a financial problem. So then you work at, well, what can I do to help solve that, right? Or what can I, or at least just observe it. Maybe it's not about fixing anything really. It's mostly about like just observing it and meditating on it, and you have the answers within you, Aquarius, already. Okay, so I hope that helps. Come see me for a reading, www.themoontree.org. Come try my quizzes. And oh, there's my little spiritual fluffy thing that happens sometimes. Very spiritual right now. Speaking of spiritual, come join the Stars and Cards Academy for free trial. Come for a few times, see if you like it. It's every Wednesday on Zoom, and we get together and do intuitive stuff together. So see you in the next one, Aquarius. All right, Pisces rising, those with their moons in Pisces. Welcome to your full moon in Gemini forecast for December 4th, happening soon. Okay, so this is in your fourth house of your roots, your home, your family, your real estate, where you grew up, all these inner feelings. So let me share the chart of you Pisces and we'll look a little deeper at it. Okay, so this full moon is happening here in your fourth house. Okay, so fourth house of home and family. So there is something ending maybe with your parents. It could be too, especially if you have aging parents. Something may be going on with them, and Gemini asks you to give them a phone call if you haven't already this week. Okay, Gemini likes to talk and talk on the phone, so, or text, so make sure you talk to your mom and dad, if they're alive and stuff, find out anything that may be happening over there. And then in other news, it could be some kind of messages happening in your house in some way. Something has ended in the way you do life in your house, for example. So there could be that. Now, let's look across the full moon, because full moon is always opposite the sun. Over here in your 10th house. Oh, look at that. You got a lot of energy, Pisces, in your career, in your 10th house of fame, reputation. It could be that you're thinking of ending your job, or something's happened to you where maybe you've had to take some time off work, Pisces, or something. Or something's changing too, because there's good luck here with Venus. I mean, it could be something good with your career or business. Maybe you're getting a little more famous, and stuff. We could look at to see what Jupiter's doing, bringing you luck with, because Jupiter rules Sagittarius in the 10th house. So Jupiter is in Cancer. Let's go find Jupiter. What's it doing? What's it doing? Oh, there's Jupiter in your 5th house of kids, of fun, of your hobbies. Jupiter's bringing you some expansion about how to have fun in life, making sure you're doing fun things. If it's not fun, it's not worth it. It could be finding the childlike way you used to be again, to be more optimistic and fun. It could be getting luck too. I mean, Pisces, by the way, you could be lucky in games of chance. Just putting that out there with Jupiter in the 5th house till next summer. You could be lucky in slot machines or lottery or scratch and wins or something like that too. But there's also some fertility energy tier too. It could be one of your kids gets pregnant, or if you're able to have kids, you get pregnant. There's something to do with some energy about children in the 5th house quite often. And it could be some luck with romance. Maybe you'll meet some new romance at work, or in your career. That could be a thing too. Or maybe you're thinking of sort of ending your career, Pisces, so that you could do more stuff from home, like maybe a home business or something like that, or maybe less hours. Maybe you want to go from full-time to part-time. I mean, there could be a lot of things. It kind of depends on your chart, but there is something tugging at you, Pisces. Because, okay, Gemini full moon, let's go back to that. This Gemini full moon in your fourth house of the real estate, of the home and family, or something ending there or culminating there, something being illuminated in where you live or where you grew up. And Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is over here in the ninth house of expanding your horizons. I'm thinking that some of you Pisces want to expand your horizons in your career. Maybe it is all about going somewhere to get a new perspective. Maybe it's traveling to go see or where you grew up and going, maybe you just need to have a visit, right, Pisces, with your parents or where you grew up or something like that. For some of you, it could be that. It could be just you're ready for a nice trip in the ninth house run by Scorpio, which likes water. So maybe you're like ready for a nice winter Mexico vacation. I mean, you could be really thinking that, and now you're trying to plan your days off from work for that, right? It could be like time to take some time off work because you got holiday pay. Okay, Pisces, you've got some holiday pay, or your spouse, whatever, and now it's sort of time to use that and go have a nice vacation, because Sagittarius, look, loves to have adventure and exploration and sort of do new things and have adventure. So that could be something happening for you right now during this full moon week as well. Maybe you are planning for that. And for some of you Pisceans, it could be planning for a new career that is more expansive for you. It could be that they send you to school. You know, when they make you get courses, but they pay for it in order to get better skills at work, so you get a better job within the company. That could be something too. But a lot of you Pisceans might be just thinking of, could be retirement too. You're starting to think more about retirement or what that might look like, and things like that. You're really expanding your thoughts and philosophies right now when it comes to the legacy you leave behind, your fame, your reputation. By the way, that's another thing that this can mean, is that you're getting a little more famous, especially Pisces if you own your own business. Okay, let's say you're on social media, you might get more famous, something like that. So that looks cool, and especially when it has to do with intuitive stuff, by the way, because Sagittarians are very there's a big intuition there with them. Sagittarius flavor loves esoteric knowledge and card reading. I mean, it could be that you have a side gig, you're starting your own card business. By the way, I can help you with that too. I have mini courses and things like that to help make your intuitive gifts into a profitable business. So there's that too, Pisces. But see, I'm looking at your first house of the self. There is a lot of changes, Pisces, happening for you right now. With like the way you do relationships and just your general self, Pisces. Like, look at all that Pisces energy happening in your first house of the self. Your body could be changing. You might be going through some hormonal changes and aging and things like that too. That's all coming up for play. But I do think a lot about the legacy you leave behind for when you pass, and all that kind of stuff of the futures definitely coming up for review at this time, and you will be reflecting on that. And I just think that Jupiter here is asking you to have some fun and relax, and maybe it is going on a trip or something different to help with to help expand that mind and be more optimistic and happy about life. That could be a thing too. So lots of stuff for you, Pisces. All right, let's stop the share. Okay, let's pull some cards for you, Pisces. All right, we will pull from our decks the Power of 8 Chakra Lenormand and the Power of 8 Chakra Oracle. These are available on my website right here, www.themoontree.org, if you are interested. Or is it here? I don't know. It might be backwards on Zoom, but anyways, you'll see it on the bottom somewhere. Trina, themoontree.org. Okay, so let's pull from the Lenormand. Okay, Pisces, so remember, Lenormand is not tarot, and it's not oracle cards. It's its own system. It's the Lenormand. It was French, and it was used for divination and really good day-to-day predictions and things like that. All right. Okay, Pisces. So here we have the anchor, which is stability, security, staying put, and feeling like an anchor, right? Stability is the key word I put here. But there's the mice, which takes away a little bit of that stability. It could be that you're having problems right now too with the red root chakra, which is everything from the lower back all the way, the lower limbs, all the way to your feet. Okay, Pisces. So it could be that, or circulatory issues maybe. But the mice is bringing a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of worry, a little bit of nibbling away at your security for some reason. It could be the security that you feel at work. Maybe work is feeling a little bit not secure. If you are out in a career or whatnot, that could be that too. Or maybe you're trying something new in your business and you're feeling a little bit of anxiety there as well. Or it could be, Pisces, just because you're so absorbing of the energy of the world, you're really feeling, the anxiety of the world in general. So if you are feeling that way, don't doom scroll. Try to get off of technology. Try to do something fun in the fifth house, right? That can mean doing a hobby, or that can mean painting or drawing or playing guitar, whatever you used to do for a hobby thing, creations, or playing with your kids or having fun like a kid again. That can help bring more security to you as well. All right. It could be too that you're feeling that because Pisces, you're very helpful and supportive to other people. You might be feeling that other people are not feeling so secure, and that's affecting you. Maybe you're feeling great, but it's hard to feel great and optimistic when everybody around you, especially at work, are feeling this anxiety and nervousness and worry and whatnot for their security. It could be hard for you to keep up the optimism, right? So it is important to do fun things, relax, hang out with people like me who are happy pretty much all the time, and come join our Stars and Cards Academy. We meet every week on Zoom once a week, and I'll have a bunch of videos, trainings, tutorials, pretty much all my brain in there for you whenever you want to learn something new about numerology, cards, or mediumship, or whatever you want to learn, spoon bending. But the main event is we get together every week on Wednesdays to hang out and to practice and to just chat. And that's the fun part of it all, right? A nice little community of like-minded, intuitive people, right, Pisces? So you might enjoy that. It's called the Stars and Cards Academy. And we start our first one tomorrow. Okay. So let's pull one more card from the Power of Eight Chakra Oracle as a final note for you, Pisces, for this full moon in Gemini, December 4th. In your fourth house of home and family and real estate, your roots, your inner you, all that my body is my temple stuff, right? Parents, where you grew up, my thoughts are clear. Yes, this is about selenite and quartz, cutting out the cobwebs, cutting off the worry, dissolving the worry and the anxiety, and letting yourself go free and letting your thoughts be clear. And remember, most of what you're carrying, Pisces, because you're so intuitive and so absorbent of energy, is most of it's not even yours. So my thoughts are clear. What's mine? What's theirs, right? What are my feelings compared to what's everybody else's feelings? What am I feeling, right? And that's okay to reflect and observe about that. But this is good too. I love my selenite, and even when I'm starting to get sick, like physically ill, I will hold my selenite all night, and then in the morning I feel way better. It's almost like it sucks away the virus. Selenite is a really good one, and you can hold it or wave it. Like I have a selenite stick, I wave it around my head. My thoughts are clear, okay? And that'll be good for your future and your decisions in real estate, home and family decisions too, and parental decisions, and all these things that are coming up for you, Pisces. Okay, so my thoughts are clear. That's a nice one indeed. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. I'm Trina, your intuitive guide with a chakra vibe, helping you navigate life's energies.